Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk USA politics, man. Let's talk US. Can't believe people thought Kamala would actually beat Donald Trump. I cannot believe that. People literally thought Comrade Kamala would beat Donald Trump, and I mean, I think I predicted this. I said from the get go that like there's no way that like Donald Trump is not winning these elections. There was no way Donald Trump wasn't gonna win these elections. And yes, maybe I was wrong for predicting a landslide, but then for me, this is still a landslide because it was predicted that it's going to be a thousands of around thousands or couple of thousands. But like for Donald Trump to be so far ahead of Kamala Harris right now, for Donald Trump to be ahead of Kamala, let me check the latest numbers. Just let me check the latest numbers. The the, the latest numbers. So right now, Donald Trump has 20 votes and Kamala has 184, and which translate to 60 million votes, 60,138,476 votes to Donald Trump, and 55,875,669. That for me, that's a landslide for me. That's what you call a landslide because Kamala is yet to be anywhere close to 60 million, and Donald Trump is literally like less than 300,000 votes until he gets to 60 million. So it was never going to be close. For me, it was never close. This was always going to be a Donald Trump victory. And I'm so happy. Honestly, I mean, I've been following Donald Trump. I've been following Donald Trump's rallies, been watching his rallies. I've been watching in fact, I watched so many also the debate with Kamala Harris, and also the one that he had with Joe Biden. And for me, and one thing about Donald Trump, he's always stuck to his guns. He always stuck to his guns. He never changes his mind when he believes in something. He never really changes his mind. If like maybe the majority or most Americans don't agree with him, he always stuck to his guns. And you need a leader that's gonna be firm. You need a leader that is not gonna be and based on what's popular and what on or what is like maybe seen as being politically correct, and that's what Donald Trump is going to offer for Americans, and also the fact that he has plans. I mean, if you go through watch Donald Trump's rallies before, the guy has plans. He has plans when it comes to economic, the foreign policies, the borders, immigration. The guy has proper plans, and for me, if I was American, I was always going to vote for Donald Trump. I would have voted for Donald Trump. And also the fact that like most people that are voting for Kamala Harris because maybe they don't like Donald Trump, they're voting for Kamala Harris because they want her to be the first um, female president for America. And also they're voting for Kamala Harris because maybe they say she's black. They're not voting for Kamala Harris because of his policies. I don't think most are, and I would say that based on like a majority of people, 56,230,586 of this of people that voted for Kamala Harris, they voted for her because she's a woman, because she's black, and also because they don't like Donald Trump. Because if you really paid attention to Donald Trump, to what he has been saying in his rallies, I mean, you'd be convinced. Like I was literally like sold. First time I listened to his rally, I was sold because like he knows what he's doing, and he has a plan, and he wants. And also one thing that is very important for me that I was sold with the fact that like he prioritized the citizens of USA. He prioritized the US citizens, and he's unapologetic about it. And that's why I don't understand people that like still voting for Kamala Harris. I don't understand people that like where like but let's see what Kamala Harris would actually offer of the US citizen. She has no clue. I mean, I listened couple of I watched couple of podcast episodes. I mean, honestly, I mean, like sometimes you even say things and now I would even like struggle to make it be saying. So for me, I mean, Donald Trump should be, and also the fact that like Donald I mean, before 2020, he won elections in 2016. We have a clear citizen. They know what Donald of. They know what he offered this from 2016 until 2020. The life in the USA was better. The economy, people were affording rent. People were able to go to vacation. People were able to put food on the table. People were able to to be flexible with their finances. Right now, it's not. I mean, like just yesterday, I was watching this. It was a survey, and this guy was going around and asking people which Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, and this other guy was like, "No, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump because uh just before 2020, the guy was said like he was buying gas for 198 dollars. Right now is buying gas for $399, almost like it has doubled. So you could see that like, yes, I know this inflation, prices always go up, but then again, like the salaries should also go up with the prices. But like right now, people are struggling to put food on the table. In USA, you'd have to be doing three, four jobs in order to live comfortably. So people are not dumb, and also the fact that like the media is still trying to force Kamala Harris or Democrat down the throat of US. People are wake up. People are awake, man. People are no longer like just buying what the media is telling them. I mean, there's so many, even in so many African Americans that are voting for Donald Trump, and that's what the media don't want you to see. And for me, the fact that like I've literally like, been following this the U.S. Election very closely, I know what's happening there. I know what's really happening in U.S. And I'm not gonna allow the media to fool me and make me believe that like Donald Trump is actually the worst person. He is not, and because you're gonna see the fact that like one, because for me he's won already. He's gonna win these elections, and deservedly so. He deserved to win the elections, and also the fact that like so many people I mean, I've been following the elections. uh they will not highlight the things that Donald Trump did during his tenure as the president of US. They'll always highlight what happened in January 6th. Is it the January 6th when people stormed the Capitol? That's what they highlight, and they're saying like Donald Trump is going to be the next Hitler. But then, was he Hitler in 2016? Between 2016 and 2020 was and 2020, he wasn't. And people will say like, if Donald Trump takes over, forget Democrats. Come on, guys. People are not fools, man. And they feel like to have people like that I respect so highly, the likes of Charlemagne the God, trying to paint Donald Trump as as the worst president or as Hitler. And I'm like, dude, the guy was a president before, and it did not do any of those things. And also the fact like both the black people, white people, the Spanish people were living comfortably, and they were having jobs in 2016, between 2016 and 2020. They don't want you to know about it. They will not say anything about it. They will try to paint Donald Trump as the worst person. And also the fact that like it's trying to get men out of female sports. Another thing that I'm like, why do, and also Kamala Harris, we know that he's trying to get into the illegals, those that are incarcerated, for them to get like to have like to their, but what is it called, gender transition or whatever it is called, nonsense, that whatever they call it, with the US citizens into taxpayers money, is where is she wants. uh and also another thing, Donald Trump is trying to get, like I said, he's trying to get men out of female sports. It's not, come on, guys, people need to wake up, man. And I'm just glad that like the US citizens are woke, are woke. They can see what's wrong and what's right, and they're literally like prioritizing. And also the fact that like he's trying to build a wall. I'm sure like once he gets back to the in the Oval Office, he's gonna continue with make sure that he finished that wall between US and Mexico. And I'm like, I wish we had someone like that in South Africa, man. Someone that's gonna prioritize the citizens of South Africa. Someone that's going to be unapologetic about prioritizing South Africans, and someone that's just gonna put South Africans first. It's not that difficult. It's not the hardest thing to do. I mean, at the end of the day, these are the people that are like put you in power. Just prioritize them, like put them first, and so everyone else second. It's not that difficult to do, and that's exactly what the U.S. citizens want. And it's showing that like right now is leading with 61 million votes. Kamala 56 million. Guys, Donald Trump will be an outright winner. He deserved to be an outright winner. For me, it was not even a debate. It was never a debate. And it should have never have been a debate because, like I said, Donald Trump has clear policies. He knows what is going to do. He has a plan. He has a plan, and it's just about implementing that plan. And also, he's respected. And the fact that like I wrote something down which I want to go through right now. Yes, Donald Trump winning the elections is gonna be bad for South Africa. Like I said yesterday, I wrote something that like if Donald Trump wins these elections, it's gonna be bad for South Africa because yes, it's gonna proceed. It's gonna go on with his plan for mass deportation, and trust me, it's gonna embark on I think I know right now. I think it's Barack Obama who has had like the biggest deportation ever in America as the president. I think Donald Trump is going to bypass that, and he's determined to bypass that, to break that record that Barack Obama has. Right. So once he embark on that, I'm telling you. So I'm getting to the reason why it's bad for South Africa because my thing we know South Africa has the worst border immigration system. We have corrupt border officials. The Home Affairs is corrupt. Our borders are basically non-existent. So once Donald Trump embark on that, I'm sure he's gonna make sure that he gets rid of most of these illegal foreigners in USA. My thing is South Africa is going to be one of those countries that like because my thing is once these people get deported back to their country, they're not gonna stay in their country. They're not gonna stay in their country. Do you think like those people those African that are in US illegally right now, the Congolese, the Nigerians, the Zimbabweans, uh Malawians, Mozambicans, Zambians, Ghanaians, Cameroonians, I can even go to the India, the Pakistanians, Sri Lankans, Somalians, Ethiopians, those that are in America illegally right now. Do you think once they get deported back to their country, do you think they're going to stay in their country? They're not. They're not going to stay in their country because, like, they know there's a reason why they left their country because their life is worse in their country. They're gonna look for the next country that has weak border immigration system, weak border of corrupt border officials to invade. And South Africa, unfortunately, South Africa is gonna be at the on the receiving hand of that. As much as like I support Trump, I want him to win. Him winning, unfortunately, South Africa is going to suffer the most or severe consequences because our president is basically like spineless. He's not gonna do anything about it. Our politicians are spineless. They're not gonna do anything about it. And yes, I want Trump to win. But yeah, it's just yeah, we're gonna suffer the West, and I think South Africans just need. Already, we have like an influx of foreigners in the country. It's worse. It's just getting worse each and every day. But then with Trump winning, I mean, I just know that he's not even gonna he's not even gonna shout. He's gonna embark on it, and I want him to do it. Hopefully, other countries will learn something from that. I hope that like also our president does learn. I know he's not gonna learn anything from what Trump is going to do because Trump is unashamedly American. He will put the citizens of America first. And I mean, just take a look at that map. I mean, like he literally is dominating. For me, that's a domination because I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. I mean, Kamala is out of a depth. She shouldn't even be there. She shouldn't even be there. Yes, I know. With Democrats, Biden is also old, out of his depth. The man, the man is even in charge of America right now. So, and also the fact that, I mean, for me, like I said, the man survived two assassination attempts. Come on, I think he deserved to win the elections, man. Let's not even kid ourselves. Let's not even kid ourselves. And my thing is, I struggle to make sense of this. Like if, because for me, if maybe like even with I mean, South African elections that we had this year, I didn't vote for majority parties that like were in the top four, because all these parties that we had in the top four, none of these parties prioritized South Africans. None of them. You had ANC, which, I mean, they're in power. They've been in power since 1994. Literally, the country has went gone down the drain. The country has literally like collapsed under ANC. And then second majority, you have like DA, which is like predominantly white people. They don't care about black people. They don't care about like the poor black people in South Africa. They don't care about. They just want to enrich themselves and protect and to continue oppressing the black people in South Africa. And then the third part, you have MK, which they're about like Pan Africanism. And the fourth part, you had EFF, also pushing the same thing: Pan Africanism, open border, Africa for all. And I'm like, so I did not vote for any of these parties, because I'm like, I'll look for a party that's going to prioritize the citizens of South Africa, a party that's going to put the people of South Africa first before anyone else, which was PA. And I think they came sixth. Yeah, I think they came sixth or seventh. I can't remember exactly. And my thing is, if Kamala Harris had those policies that Donald Trump had, she would be winning. She would be winning. And if Donald Trump had those policies that Kamala Harris had, I'm sure Donald Trump wouldn't even be on 56 million that Kamala Harris has right now. Because hence I said, like, people are just voting for Kamala Harris because she's a female black woman, and because they hate Trump. They actually have nothing against Donald Trump's policies. I'm not. I don't think so. I don't think, because these are the very same people that like are struggling to make ends meet. These are the very same people that like are living paycheck to paycheck. And what Donald Trump is going to do is going to put more money in the citizen, in the pockets of the U.S. citizens. I mean, the guy, his plans about like okay, I wrote something. Let me see this. So racist to watch. I mean, like, you look at Georgia, it's too close, but then again, Donald Trump is predicted to win the Georgia state, and then North Carolina. Uh, Donald Trump still projected to win North Carolina with 50.7%. And then Pennsylvania, which is going to be very close, predicted to be very, very close. But then again, Donald Trump is still the favorite to win. I mean, Arizona, 52% in. Donald Trump is going to be very close, that one. Arizona is going to be very, very close. But then still, Donald Trump still predicted to with 49.9%. Kamala Harris with 49.3%. And then you have Michigan, state of Michigan. You have Donald Trump still predicted to win with 52.1%, and Kamala Harris 46.1. And then Nebraska District 2, Kamala Harris with 53.3, and then Trump with 44.9. And then Wisconsin too close also, Donald Trump with 51. I mean, you could see like everywhere else, man. Like Donald Trump, I'm just glad that like the US citizens are woke, man. Like we have, and I hope that like South Africans do learn something from this. That like don't be voting with your heart, man. Use your common sense. Just use your common sense, man. Like stop voting with your heart. Stop like honestly, just familiarize yourself with the policies of each party. Know which party actually represents the people and which party doesn't represent you. Like people need to wake up, man. But yeah, man. Honestly, for me, I don't even care, man. Donald Trump deserves to win these elections. The man has a plan. I mean, I just encourage people to go and watch one Donald Trump rally and tell me if you're not convinced. And with let's see, to close 6 million 2.4. This is Georgia. Let's see. Men, about 56% of men voted for Donald Trump, and only 42% voted for Democrats. And then women, you see, man, like it's only women that are like keeping Kamala Harris in the race. 53% of women voted for Kamala. 46% percent voted for Donald Trump, which is not bad. Which is not bad. I mean, this is a clear indication that like people literally like do believe in Donald Trump, and they do want to give him, because again, Kamala Harris had a chance to like in the last 4 years she was a VP, vice president, and if the life in the last 4 years was not better, what makes people think that once she's the president she will make life better for them? Are you what percent? Okay, only 28% of white people voted for Kamala, and 71% voted for Donald Trump. So white people and black people, 86% of black people voted for Democrats, and then only 12% Hispanic Latino also voted for Democrats in numbers. Asia, no data, not enough data yet, and others 41% voted for Democrats, and then 58 voted for Republicans. Yeah, man. Honestly, I cannot wait for Donald Trump for the first speech that Donald Trump's going to make once he's declared a winner. Yeah, I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Let's check Arizona. Okay, we did Georgia. Let's check North Carolina. It's also very close, man. Donald Trump, but then having an edge over Kamala Harris with 2.6 million. How many votes have been counted so far? 90% expected votes in. Okay. Only 569,000 votes yet to be counted. So yeah, man, Donald Trump still in the lead. Yeah, still very close. I mean, Kamala Harris can still come out as as the winner in North Carolina, but I don't think she will emerge there. So Donald Trump should be should win North Carolina. It will be very close. Uh, let's see. So about 42% of men voted for Democrats, and then 57 voted for Republicans. Women, 53%, 56% of women voted for Democrats, and also that's because she's a female. I think if Biden was still like was contesting, I think this number would have been so much different. I think Donald Trump would be like maybe even in around 50 something percent. I think most women are just voting for Democrat because it's a woman. Like I said, it's not based on policies and whether they believe in her or not. And only 38% of white people voted for Democrats, and then 61 voted for Republicans. And then black people, 87 voted for Democrats, and only 12% of black people voted for Republicans. Hispanic and Latino. So I think the Hispanic community are the ones that are making the big difference, because uh, they're not really showing that much of support to the Democrats, because you'd have that's what I'm saying. Like, people are finally waking up. People are finally waking up and not buying into this media propaganda against Donald Trump, because I'm sure in the past I think I'm just not sure about the 2020 data, but then I'm sure most of this, the Hispanic and the Latino community, they voted for Democrats in large numbers. I'm sure, like I'm not sure about the data. I've not checked, but then I'm sure it must have been like about like 60% of them that voted for Democrats. For them, if they did vote, if in fact yes, 60% of them or more than 60% voted for the Democrats in 2020. So for Democrats to get 51% in 2024, a huge loss there for the Democrats. And like I said, people are finally waking up, and people do realize that the life was better under Donald Trump. People do realize that Donald Trump has a plan, and Donald Trump will make their life better. So yeah, man, let's see if Donald Trump will make America great again, man. Make America affordable again. Make America safe again. Make America strong again. MAGA. Doing for let's go. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Kansas. I wanna see New York, man. What's happening in New York? New Jersey, New York. Let's check New York. So Democrats have always won New York. I mean, in 2012, they won 63.4, and then Republicans only had 35.2. 2016, they had 59 percent, and then Republicans only had 36. In 2020, they had 60%, 60.9, and Republicans had like 37. So it would be interesting to see how much votes Democrats are having in 2024. Let me see. Uh, 960 60,631 mail in ballots requested, 57 to Democrats and 19% to Republicans. Okay, this is Maine. Okay, let me see. Early voting New York, 3 million, 85% expected votes, estimated 1.2. So in New York, the Democrats have 55%, and then Republicans have 44%. So you can see, like, okay, this only 91 votes expected. Only 91% of votes are in. Still, like 731,000 votes yet to be counted in New York. But then you can see already, like, that Democrats are actually like losing. They've lost in New York compared to 2020, 2020, 2016, and 2012. So people are not really, people believe in Donald Trump, like, basically, like, because literally, like, Democrats have always dominated New York. They have always dominated New York. But then this year, yes, they are, so far they are winning New York. They will end up with, but that support have went down. Their support has decreased. So yeah, man, people are woke, man. People are woke. And also, one person that I want to see, or want to see what he's going to say, is Charlemagne the God, man. He's been talking so much BS. I want to see how he's going to try and try to Alabama, California. Yeah. So in California, Kamala Harris is leading with 60.2. Donald Trump 37.4. So yeah, California, not a good hunting ground for Donald Trump. Not a good hunting ground for Donald Trump. Let me see the last results. In 2020 they had 63, 20. Okay, okay. I think California has always been a Democrats state. They've always dominated California. So let's check other states. Alabama. In fact, let's go by alphabetic order. So Donald Trump obviously is winning Alabama with 64.8%, about 1.4 million. 98% expected votes in, 45,000 uh, remaining votes. So an outright winner, Alabama, Donald Trump in Alabama. Outright winner, Donald Trump. A landslide victory for Donald Trump in Alabama. Let's check the last three elections. So, okay, Alabama has always been a Republican state. I mean, they've dominated Alabama in 2012. They had 60%. 2016 they had 62.7, and then 2020 they had 62%. So Alabama has always been a happy hunting ground for the Republicans. And yeah, man, Alaska. I expect the Republicans to do well in Alaska because predominantly white people in Alaska. So let's see. Polls closing. Okay. Electoral votes. No results. But then, yeah, Alaska has always been dominated by the Republicans, but then not that much. 52, 52, 55, only in their 50s. I would have expected them to be, for Republicans to be in the 60s in Alaska, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Arizona is very close. Battleground. Too early to call. Donald Trump, but then is having a slender lead, man. A slender lead with 923,662 going to Republicans. And then 910,000 votes going to the Democrats, 52% expected votes. Still so many votes to go, man. Still about 1.7 million votes to go uh, in Arizona. So that it can go anywhere. It can go either side. But yeah, it can go either side. It can go either sides. I mean, Donald Trump only leading Kamala Harris about with about like 13,000 votes. So it can go any side. Let's see in the last three elections, how has Arizona been voting? So it has always been a close voting state. In 2020, Democrats had about 49.4%, and Republicans had 49.1. Then in 2016, they had 45.5, and then Republicans had 49. 2012, Democrats had 44% point six, and Democrats had 44.6, and then Republicans had 53.7. So yeah, Arizona has always been like that state that like don't have an outright winner. So it's always a slender lead, slender lead in Arizona. So let's go to another state. Arkansas. So, Kansas, Donald Trump projected to be the winner with 9,626, about 63.7 percent. I mean, that's just like a landslide. Kamala Harris only able to make 34%. Yeah, Kansas making their decisions very, very clear and known. So yeah, the Democrats have known, and then about like 96,000 votes still yet to be counted. So yeah, that's Kansas will only go to one direction, and which is like Republicans. And yes, it has always been a Republican state. It has always been a Republican state. They have 62. They've always enjoyed a massive support in Kansas. They had 62.4% in 2020, 60.6% in 2016, and 60.6 again in 2012. So the Democrats in the last three elections have not been able to get anywhere near 50, let alone, in fact, 40%, let alone 50%. So yeah, Republicans have always enjoyed big support in Arkansas. And even this year is showing again. Donald Trump leading again in Arkansas. California, state of California. California, Kamala Harris leading California with 60.2%, and the Republicans with 37.3%. So yeah, massive support in California. I think that might just like, and about 47 expected votes in remaining 8,979,000. I mean, I think California state might just be that, yeah, that's that kind of like maybe bring Kamala close to Trump, like maybe can take Kamala from 189 and bring it closer to 200. But then like right now Donald Trump leading with 246 percent, 246, and Kamala 189. I mean, Trump is so close. He is getting closer and closer and closer. Guys, I think we can just declare Donald Trump as the winner. We can declare Donald Trump as the winner. There's no way that Kamala Harris and the Democrats will come back and salvage anything from this. It's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. It's not going to happen. Just forget about it. Forget about it. No, it's not gonna happen. Not going to happen. 63 million 72,314. Donald Trump enjoying a massive lead, massive gap. For me, this is a landslide. This is a landslide, guys. Like, I mean, he's dominating, and honestly, nothing more than what Donald Trump deserves, because the man has been working extremely hard. The man has been on the ground doing these rallies every single day without rest, and doing major hours, man. Massive. Uh, so many hours on the road, and you know what, man, the man deserves a break. The man deserves to enjoy his victory, man. um let's see. Alabama's okay, this much better. This so much better. Alaska yet to be, results are yet to be in. Kansas, okay. Kamala Harris only winning California, Colorado, Connecticut, and Delaware. And then let's see, Hawaii yet to be counted, or the numbers are yet to be mentioned. Alaska, still Alaska, yet to be yet to be counted. Which other states are yet to be counted? Let's see. Maine 50.9. Florida, state of Florida, 56 to Trump. Georgia 50.7 to Trump. Hawaii, okay. Idaho, 64 going to Trump. Illinois, 51.5, going to Kamala Harris. Indiana, 58.7 going to Donald Trump. Iowa, 56.1 going to Donald Trump. Uh, Kansas, 56.7 going to Trump. Kentucky, 64.5 going to Trump. Louisiana, 60.2 going to Donald Trump. And then Maine, 50.9. Kamala Harris leading with 50.9. Maine 1. Again, Kamala Harris 58.2. Maine 2. Donald Trump leading with 54.7. Maryland, Kamala Harris leading with 59.7. Massachusetts, Kamala Harris leading with 62.2. Michigan, Donald Trump leading with 52.1. And Minnesota, Kamala Harris leading with 50.6. And then Mississippi, Donald Trump leading 61.9. Missouri, 56.1. And then Montana, Donald Trump still leading with 54.6. Nebraska, Donald Trump leading with 57.3. Nebraska, still Donald Trump 51.3. Nebraska 2, going to Kamala Harris with 53.3, and then Nebraska 3, Donald Trump with 76.4. New Hampshire, Kamala Harris with 52.1. And then New Jersey with 51.4, New Mexico with 51.3, New York 55.3, and then North Carolina 51.1 to Donald Trump, North Dakota with 62.2 for Donald Trump, and then Ohio with 55.3 for Donald Trump. Oklahoma with 66.2 going to Donald Trump, and then Oregon 54.6, and then Pennsylvania 50.8 going to Donald Trump. Rhode Island 55.4 going to Kamala Harris, and then South Carolina 58.4 going to Donald Trump. The Republicans at South Dakota 68.9 going to Donald Trump. Tennessee 64.1 going to Donald Trump. Texas 56.6 going to. I'm not surprised with Texas. It's expected 56.6 going to Donald Trump, and then Utah 57.1 going to Donald Trump, and then Vermont 64% going to the Democrats, and Virginia 51.5 going to the Democrats. Washington 58.4 going to, also not surprised that like the Democrats are doing so good in Washington. And then Washington DC 90.4 going to the Democrats. Wow, that's massive gap. 70 West Virginia 70% going to the Democrats. Wisconsin with 59.9 going to the Republicans. Wyoming 68.3 going to the Republicans. So yeah, man. I don't know if they. I don't think there's going to be any surprises. I don't think there will be late surprises from these elections. I think Donald Trump will be declared as the 46th. Will he be the 47th or 46th president of the United States of America? I think it's going to happen. I think it's only a matter of time. It's only formalities right now. I mean, 58 million. The Democrats right now, they have like 58,451,656. That number keeps changing. That number keeps changing. But then, yeah, like I said, let me just say 47.2%, and then Donald Trump is having 51.2. Expect that number with more states votes going in. Expect those numbers to change. I expect those numbers for Republicans to go up, to increase. I expect also those numbers for Democrats also to increase. But I mean, so far, Donald Trump having a comfortable lead, about more than 5 million of votes, leading with more than 5 million of votes. And it's a huge gap. It's a huge gap. It was predicted that it's going to be very close. It's going to be like those close calls, about like maybe thousands, if not maybe hundreds of thousands. But so far, looking a comfort. If I'm Donald Trump, I'm like this, a comfortable lead, comfortable lead. Should be declared as the 46th or 47th president of the United States. Like I said, for me, nothing more than he deserves. Nothing more than he deserves. And let's see here. So they're saying Harris will not address supporters tonight, campaign coaches says. Okay. NBC News exit poll among voters nationwide, Trump is seen as more extreme than Harris. But then the thing is, like, man, you see, these polls, I never believe in polls, man. I never believe in these polls because they don't really. That's why I was like, do people actually like believe in these polls? Like, do they actually tell the whole story? Because I mean, how many people are they interviewing? How many people are they interviewing? And what if, like, maybe it just happens that like most people that like they are calling or interviewing or doing the survey, most of them maybe they're Republicans, or let's just say maybe they're Democrats. So polls, nah,